Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at Milestone Capital Growth Portfolio. Today is Tuesday, March 4th. I want to take a look at some lithium battery plays moving like rockets. So Plug with their announcement of Walmart has been doing fantastic. It's really moving to the upside at a rapid clip. I think they have earnings coming up, so keep an eye on that part. But I just want to show you some support here with this gap close 584. Any kind of downtrend or any kind of pullback is your entry for this would be 584. I mean, Tesla with their European expansion and their gigaplant, they're going to need some of these companies to come through for them, I'm sure. So 87, if not, just ride the momentum. So 87 is your relative strength index on increased volume, so keep an eye on this one. Plug, any pullback, grab that one. BLDP is another one, big move, and continues to move higher, but we're going to look for a little bit of a pullback here. 446, relative strength index is at 96, way too high. You had a blow off top today. Blow off top today on volume, so look for this one to pull back a little bit, consolidate, and then stop moving to the upside again. I don't think they're coming back. Big one today for us is ZBB in the chat room. We were talking about this one this morning, and it really got aggressive and started blowing up to the upside with some huge volume. Relative strength index is at 74. Any pullback on this one would be there's a support level right over here. I mean, these aren't going away, so keep an eye on them. Definitely, if you can get some entries for a longer term with the Giga plant and European expansion and everything else, Tesla's going in the right direction. ENS is another one to take a look at. ENS is doing very well off this double bottom here. Came up, broke the middle Bollinger Band again, and held the 50 as a support when the downtrend, when a sell-off came into play. So this one looks very strong. Also, relative strength index is at 53. You have plenty of room for the upside on this one. I would expect to follow the trend on this one and catch these candles right off the top, somewhere in this area to be your next high, 74.08, somewhere in that area, and then for a little bit of pullback consolidation. Right now, the way it's looking, you can draw it out pretty easy. You could see how this is going, and you can get your idea on what you want to get for a pullback here. So ENS is looking solid. So it's definitely in the right direction. So any pullback, you can grab off the top of these candles here, get a little bit closer. All right. So what you want to do is, if it hits this here and does not blow right through it, then expect a pullback, and somewhere in this area you're going to see some consolidation, and that's where you want to grab it again and move to the before it moves to the upside without you. But it's definitely not a broken shot. It's looking good. If you want to do leaps on that one, looks like you're pretty safe. Your relative strength index is at 53. So ULBI is another one. ULBI, this one jumps all over the place, but it did today hold the 100-day moving average and broke through the 200 and the middle Bollinger Band on some pretty low volume. So keep an eye on this one. This one could get really rolling, especially seeing how it's a low float. Relative strength index is at 43. You're hitting a little resistance right now because you're going to work off this upper candle. A little bit of fear there, getting close to it. So keep an eye on this one for a break. You know where your support is down here, and it's definitely going to get aggressive to the upside. So you have support down here, and you're in this uptrend right now, but you're definitely going to have a lot of support in this area right here. So if this starts getting volume, watch out. You can get a nice breakout to the upside, and you have a higher area over here that I want to take a look at. We'll draw these out real quick. You have the top of these candles right here, and then you have another nice set of candles up here, which would be 5 and change. So it's definitely could get up there and break out into that area, especially with being a low float mover. It's dangerous but fun. FCEL is another one. That one took off like a wild banshee today with huge volume. These ones that have gapped up pretty nice, look for any kind of consolidation back at the gap fills, okay, at the top of the wicks. And those are your general areas to be concerned about. That's what you want to start picking these up again for the upside, because those are your new support levels. And once you get those new support levels in place, then you can really take advantage of buying low and not chasing a stock. And if you're buying up here or bought up here today because the momentum was there, you lost all this down here. So you're better off just chilling out, waiting for these gaps to get filled, and then hopping in them, unless news just takes them north. But your relative strength index is at 94. It's not something you want to jump into. If you take a look at a weekly on this one, it looks great for the week, okay? They throw it out into the monthly, you can see a little bit further out on where it could go. So, if this was way back here, you have a gap, okay, and the gap's at $78.45. Will it ever get there? I don't know. I mean, you don't know what the contracts are going to be. You don't know what this company's doing. But right now, it's definitely coming off this consolidated bottom, okay? This consolidated bottom has had a breakout, all right? I talk about boxes all the time, and, you've had a beautiful consolidation box right here. You broke through it today, okay? So that was a breakthrough. So where's your next one? All right, your next one's going to be up here, all right? That's going to be your next breakout. So we're coming up here, and it's perfect in line with the 100-day moving average. I mean, it's just the way it is, all right? So it's technical. So any pullback on FCEL, you want to get in it. Why? Because it's going to go higher. It's perfectly set that way. And there's many stages to it. And then you get another box up here, okay? So this is where your next box is going to be. So you just keep riding these all the way through, and you can see how it starts to move. So is it short term? I mean, you could get in right now if you're just gonna wait it out. But if you want to get cheaper, do what I said on the daily. Look at your daily, plan your daily out, okay? And there's different stages of how this is going to react and trade. And stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, And once we get out of stage 3, then you're gonna have a stage 4, stage 5, and so on and so forth. You just keep drawing it up. So you want to make sure that it's going in the right direction. Anytime you get back inside one of these boxes, all right, then the previous box is your support, or the previous top candles. All right, so plan this one out, FCEL. Plan this one out and grab it down here. Try and work it in to buy cheaper stock and to go longer. But you want to analyze all the stocks like that you're looking to go long with. Make sure you're on the bottom. Make sure it's out of a consolidation box, and then you go from there. All right, this is Matt over at milestonecapitalgrowthportfolio.com. Join us live chat every day, options chat room. We're rocking and rolling, having a great time, finding all the winners and playing momentum. All right, everyone, have yourself a great night.